So I've just been thinking about something that has been happening. I've seen it happening to a lot of my friends, and has happened to me as well several times in the last sort of 10, 15 years. And it's something that comes on to women, particularly, I think, in their sort of 40s. It can start in their 40s. And what it is this kind of fear of doing anything kind of a little bit sort of scary. And it's not even things that are scary, it's things like driving. This is how it quite often starts. This is what I've noticed. I've heard my friends going, oh, I don't really drive at night anymore, or I don't drive on the motorway anymore. Sort of little things like that. And then what actually happens is then before you know it, after sort of about a year of first saying they don't drive at night and then saying they don't drive on the motorway, they suddenly stop driving and they just don't go anywhere. And what actually is happening is they're sort of stopping their life moving forward. And it kind of then it creeps on to lots of other little areas of life. And I noticed it. What happened with me is when I went skiing in March, and I used to be quite a good skier. Not brilliant, but not bad, confident, and could bomb down a slope quite happily. And when we went this March, I actually hadn't been for about, 12 years or something. And about 2 weeks before, I started having sort of kind of dreams and nightmares about falling over and hurting myself or just not being able to do it. And I could feel this anxiety sort of coming up. And one little part of me was almost going to say to Julian, do you know what? I actually don't really want to go now. I'm getting so scared. My mind was playing all these tricks. And it was the same thing as I talk about with my friends who stopped driving. I was having all of these thoughts, and I was like, no. So one side of me is going la 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 la, and the other side of my brain is going, no, don't be stupid, you have to go. You spent all the money on the flights, and everyone's expecting you to be there. So I went, but then when I got there, the weather was just absolutely horrendous. Absolutely could not have been worse. And I have to tell you, it was terrifying. So out of the 6 days that we were skiing, one day was nice. And in that one day, I did 5K, 51K. So I was all right, I could still ski. But on the rest of the time, oh my goodness, it was white out, I couldn't see, I felt sick, because you get that sort of nausea when you can't sit. And I was just had to will myself every day to get down the mountain. And I have to tell you, every day I got up, I didn't want to go. I just was like, but I made myself go. And I'm actually really proud of that. And that's what I want to talk about today is actually, you have to deal with those voices in your head. And when I was going down that mountain, a massive voice was going, you're going to fall, you can't do it, oh my God. And I was actually crying a lot of the time, and literally crying. But then this other little voice in my head, because I've actually done so much personal development on this, I was just like, you can do it, absolutely you can do it. And I just had to keep repeating myself, this is okay, you can do it, and make that voice in my head louder than the voice that was scared, because I knew if the voice that was scared would win, then the whole holiday would be over. And I'd come home and actually I'd have been really disappointed in myself. So it was hard, it was really hard, and it probably wasn't the most enjoyable holiday ever. But by the end of it, I was so pleased with myself, and it means that I will go back again next year. And it'll be fine next year because the weather will be fine. But I knew that if I could get myself through those awful situations, I would be okay, and I'd be okay with the rest of my life, because I just don't want to be, and I don't want you guys to be, the people who just stop their lives through fear, and just as it sort of creeping in, and just end up becoming a hermit or something, and just not enjoying social situations, because it affects all of that too. So what I've done now, and I'm going to set you this challenge as well, I've decided that I'm going to do a whole load of things that scare me, just to make myself grow, just to keep myself moving forward, not backwards. because it's so easy to slip backwards. So, and lots of you were really, really, really positive, and thank you so much. When I did the stand-up paddleboarding, which I didn't stand up on, but that was really hard for me, and I was really scared, and it was really choppy when I was going out there. So I was proud of myself that I went and that I got up to kneeling, but I will go back and I will stand up, and then hooray, I'll have achieved that. So that's my next thing. I'm also going to do, going to get back into running, and I'm going to do this thing called the Muddy Run or the Scrooge Run near where I live, and you have to sort of run up hills and swim through water. It's actually quite a hard thing to do, but I'm going to train for it, and I'm going to do that. So I'll be looking for sponsorship for that, because I'm going to do that for a charity, definitely. I'm going to do singing is something that absolutely terrifies me, and it's so bizarre having two of the most musical children that are performers, but I'm crap at singing, and I'm so scared to do it. And at 54, I've been told all my life I'm rubbish at it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna just be brave and do it. So I'll be thinking of other things as well to do, but I'm just gonna make myself do things that are a little bit scary, so that I move forward, I have that energy, I have that positive energy, and just prove that it is all in here. It's not physical. You know, we're all, you know, unless you've got a disability or something, but I've got a friend, my friend, the wonderful Emma, who's so inspiring. She had major bowel surgery at the beginning of this year. She's ran 2 marathons and an ultra marathon, you know, only 6 months after she had major bowel surgery. God, guys, if people like that exist and can do that, then I know that you and I can do anything like this. And when you get into that zone and you start pushing yourself and you get out into the world and stretch yourself, amazing things just happen. You meet amazing people, you feel great, you know, you have that energy to move your business forward or anything else. It impacts on so many different parts of your life. I think you become a better parent, you become a better leader in your business if that's relevant. Just all of those things, just by challenging yourself and just trying and talking to yourself and making yourself push through the fears, and don't let the anxiety and because it's just stories, it's stupid stories in your head that tell you can't do stuff. We can all do anything, and I just love that. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you're up for the challenge too, let me know, and let's see what amazing things we can do in the next 6 months. See you later.